And we have indications that even American corporate power, which is not always aligned with American political power, is also struggling to keep up now in terms of its hegemony. So, very interesting contrast between the stock performance and the financial performance between Tesla, which was one of America's shining beacons, of innovation, and BYD. BYD is registering record earnings, and its stock price is soaring up. BYD is Tesla is going the other way, in part because of Elon Musk's affiliation with the White House. We've seen, again, Shein, Temu outmaneuvering Amazon in global e-commerce, Alibaba doing the same, Alibaba, Tencent, and DeepSeek, rivaling, if not surpassing, the United States in AI development. So obviously, new energy, the Chinese are very much outpacing the Americans on new energy. I mean, let's just go down the lines of all the key industries of the 21st century right now, and China appears to have at least at par or a lead over the United States. And the United States right now is in the process of dismantling its amazing research infrastructure that it had that funneled billions of dollars to power the innovation that really got to where it is today. I mean, the internet was created by public money. The internet would not be created today under the Trump administration because they don't believe philosophically that that's the role of government to perform. So we're in a big, as you said, a giant experiment right now to see how is power maintained, and will American corporate power be able to survive without the subsidies that went to universities, that funded research, that generated innovations, that then generated products for FedEx, GPS being one of them, for example, that they all use. So, man, it's an amazing time to be alive, Cobus. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
We're going to see what happens here. But I think for a lot of Americans who are listening to this, who are unaware of the pace of innovation in China, I would take some time to look at the Wall Street Journal and look at what's happening, because the Chinese on cars and our newsletter. Nice little plug there, Cobus.
This is one of the things that we've really been obsessed about, and one of so just today, it's been announced that they've given the full licensing rollout for not only unmanned taxis like driverless taxis, but driverless flying taxis in China. So so that's just one of these. There was other and even more notable research that came out about the flow of Chinese solar panels into the global south, which is amazing, because it proves the thing that we've been saying, which is that as all of these tariffs are increasing in the global north, it's increasing the flow of these technologies into the global south. So the flow of solar panels from China into the global south increased by 36% last year. But the interesting thing is, even with that increase, it didn't keep pace with the installation of solar around the world. So what that means is that there are domestic solar industries being kind of sparked partly by some Chinese investments, some Chinese technology transfers, some competition between these countries. And in all of this development, the US is nowhere to be seen, right? The US used to be a solar innovator. It's now, to a certain extent, removed itself from that space. Not fully. I mean, there is California is on the table, but still, it's a much diminished position than it used to be. And it's now being taken over by the rest of the world and China, not only China.
But Americans invented in 5G, that was invented with Lucent technology. The EV battery chemistry was invented by the Americans. So in many ways, the base research was in the past done in the United States, and the Chinese bought it or took it or pirated it, stole it, any number of different ways they got it. And that's where we are today. I'll just leave with one point, is that I live here in Southeast Asia, and in 6 months, I went from seeing no Chinese cars to seeing all over the place. And there's 3 in my building alone. It is remarkable the speed with which they're coming. And it is just eye-watering to see how fast they're coming in. So
I remember
South Africa's happening too as well.
Yes. I remember being in China in like 2014 and seeing, those little 3-wheeler trucks they're like little electric trucks that they use for kind of like moving like a fridge or something like that size of like little micro truck. Seeing them all over Beijing and thinking like, wow, this is exactly what global South countries would like to have. I saw one in a Cape Town street yesterday.
Yeah. And by the way, you've got Chinese EV buses in Cape Town now. You've got Chinese cars in Cape Town, and you've got Chinese scooters in Cape Town. So that whole mobility chain that's electrified is on display right in your town in Cape Town.
Food delivery is now all done via Chinese-made electric bikes, mostly in China.
That's it.
Mostly in Cape Town, I mean.